Hi, this is Rachel with Rachel's Truth, where I review Married at First Sight and a few other shows. I wanted to come on quickly. I don't know who that was. I wanted to come on quickly and talk about the last episode of Married at First Sight, season 13, episode 15. And the first thing I wanted to talk about, which everyone is talking about, is Zach and Michaela. Okay, so they're sitting down with Dr. Pepper, and they go in individually, and she has come to the conclusion that they need to basically work on things. I feel like these experts are like enabling situations, right? Everyone wants them to jump into the situations. We're like, no, remove yourself from this. Like, it's too toxic. There's too much going on. And it's just like, I don't get it. Like, why not tell them to remove themselves from the situation? Granted, a lot of people in therapy, I don't know if it's a part of the job description not to tell people to leave someone, but they're not doing it. They don't ever take it that far. They give you the facts, they give you suggestions, but you are supposed to come to that decision on your own based on everything that's going on. But I feel like Zach did come to that conclusion, but Dr. Pepper was pulling him back in. Like, look, we haven't tried this yet. We haven't tried me being in the middle, me breaking down what you're saying and explaining it to her, me breaking down what she's saying and explaining it to you, and figure things out. So he was open to that, right? Initially, she sat down and they did that, and he had to walk away because Michaela is nuts. She's psycho. She's sitting there explaining how she felt, how she told him that she didn't want him to leave, and he still left, and he made it big. But no, ma'am, you made it big. You exploded. You told him to leave. Bye. She told him to leave in such an explosive way with a huge attitude. For a person who's constantly talking about being abandoned, she is the one basically pushing people away and making it seem like they're abandoning her, when in fact they're not. And she's using this term way too much. I know your father passed away. My father passed away, but I never looked at it as abandonment. Yes, a sense of abandonment may be felt, but you're not truly abandoned, right? It wasn't a decision that he made where he decided to leave you. So once you come to terms with that, then maybe she can move forward and get the therapy and so on and so forth that she needs. But it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for her to still just be cleaving on to this term and just allowing it to define every situation. And Zach shouldn't have to feel or take accountability for her feeling of abandonment. He shouldn't have to be tormented with that. It's not fair. It's not right. And she should have dealt with that before she entered into a relationship. And that's like the best thing that you can do. You know you have a problem. You know you have an issue. Why would you want to add another individual to that? Right? They should not have to take on your burdens. You should be burden free, or at least very, very close to, before entering a relationship with someone, because it's not fair. It's not right. You should be your whole self. You should be whole, happy, so on and so forth, content with yourself. You have your ducks in a row. I mean, that's the perfect way, in decency and order, to do those things, so that you're not bringing someone into chaos and then relying on them to heal you. Because at the end of the day, it's not his job to heal her. It's her job to get healed. So it's not his job. Like, he can be there and, she's done the work on herself, and now he's introduced to the situation, and there's healing in his presence, healing in his support, healing in his vulnerability, healing in, his financial support, healing in different aspects, but it's not his job to heal her. The healing comes into effect, further healing after you've already done the work, after you've already been healed, but to be able to sustain that healing, having another healthy partner, right? And that's the thing. Zach is not ready for this situation, and Michaela definitely is not ready for this situation. And I feel that if Zach was actually in a situation with someone who resembled what he saw fit in a partner, that we wouldn't be seeing all of this chaos. I think he would be happy. I think he would be loving. And I think he would be working hard at it, because he did have an example of marriage, of a healthy marriage, right? So Michaela is sitting there, and like I said, she's explaining about the abandonment, putting it on Zach. Finally, Dr. Pepper says to her, like, listen, you have to stop doing that. Stop putting that, I don't know what she said verbatim, but stop putting that on him or using that, and you're sabotaging your relationships. And it seemed like she understood it and she received it, but who knows? So, yeah, it's a hot mess. I just don't understand how she can sit there and just lie. She's like, show me the proof, show me the evidence. She's like, there's no evidence that, that I've done these things towards him. And it's just like, ma'am, are you watching the same show we're watching? Because there's so much proof, there's so much evidence, right? And it just doesn't make sense. She's not being accountable for her actions. And no one's holding her accountable to the full extent as she should be held. And I'm glad that Zach got up and walked away. That's what I really wanted to see, because I wouldn't have sat there for that either. Like, lies, this is going nowhere. Let me get out of here, But the fact that he returned is troubling for me. And it's just like, are you returning for sexual reasons? Because that doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So, and he was just a whole nother person. And it just makes me think that he probably spoke to someone in the cast, in the production or whatever, and they persuaded him to change his mindset, to change his attitude and approach it in a different way, to get results. And it's just like, no, this is dead. This is over. Move on. That's where it should be. Like, move on. That's what I want to see, because a lot of people need to see that. Like, you don't just sit there and continue in toxicity, calling it love. And it's just so funny that both of these individuals who have never been in love before are claiming love. It's ridiculous. But anyways, that's all I really had to say about them too. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What were you saying when you heard Michaela lie? That's what I want to know. What went through your head? Because I know I was going nuts. But I'll talk to you guys soon.